in the final 5 minutes I want to leave you with is, well, what is going to create a dream experience? You're whinging, you're not happy, you want some cleanliness, you want safety. What else do you want? How can we really stand out? When asked, what would just make things more dreamlike for you? And it's really good news for everyone here. High-speed Wi-Fi. They're really looking for that. Like, just get that right. That would make it like a dream experience. We gave them many options, cafes, discounts, concierges, free tech. There's lots, rooftop barbecues. Those are more heavy in capex. Some of those, they want high-speed internet. That we are still in a market where they're looking for what we call basic stuff. And this is the current renter who is this is not just in your spaces or BTRs. This is in wherever, dingy rental places they're staying, their internet. So what does this mean? Perception on the quality of internet we're providing. We've got the world's fastest internet. We've got latency built in. We've got backups. We don't have, in the last 24 months, we've had less than 1% downtime. It's really worth talking about it because they're looking for it. For them, that's a dream right now. They call it a dream experience. All in bills. There's so many bills coming at people because of cost of living, because of return to work. They're having to pay for public transport again. In COVID, that wasn't a bill they were dealing with. There's so many different bills. If you can help them budget and understand, all inclusive, they're actually very looking forward to that dream experience, followed by everything else. And we've put the personas that really value each dream experience on top of it. Creating the perfect residence, high speed, all-in bills, even just those two things without the heavy capex investments that are required on some of the right-hand side, pet-friendly, pool, sauna. Now, you ask for these dream experiences, how willing are you to switch? And that is a huge number. And this is a customer saying that actually, if you provide those dream experiences, I will switch. So again, we wanted to test, are you willing to switch, or are you just wanting a dream experience but you'll stay put in that dark hole with no internet? Students, managed residents also willing to switch. These guys are savvy. They know that they can be wined and dined, and there's this market out there that is really out there to service them, and they're more switchable. The value renter is willing to switch. That is the good news here. The one who is doing traditional renting, 50% of them are saying they're willing to switch. How we grab that, how we get them into our world is really, and then Launchpad, a bit unsure still. And then we push the bar a bit further. So you're willing to switch, but if we provide this dream experience, how likely are you to willingly pay a premium? And then if you see the gray is 0% likely, I won't pay any premium, but the managed residents, the ones that you have grabbed, can be easily grabbed into another BTR. They're willing to pay the most premium, up to 5%. A third is willing to pay more if you get me those safety, noise, Wi-Fi, perfect internet. They're really willing to pay a premium. A lot of people understand they're paying premiums. Like I said, today you can get a McDonald's burger, £4 or £6, and then you pay £4 to £6 delivery on top of it. That is 100% premium on a low-grade product for the experience of ease. People are paying money for ease. It doesn't matter what demographic you're sitting in. There is a whole persona. We're doing reports in retail care, and there is a premium on ease. Make it easy for me to do my job, my internet, manage my bills. The value renter, even 1/4 are not willing to pay a premium. The rest are willing to pay a premium. Now they understand it's really important to their way of living, having those internet, having them to be able to earn money, have a lifestyle. So they are not as value renters as they think they are. So there is premium to be had. We don't really need to price match and then provide that capex expenditure. It's just about how we get them into the journey. How willing are they to move? This we wanted to check as well, because you can't change the location of your property. Can you address a bigger market that is willing to move a bit further for those amenities? Is your TAM a bit bigger? Not only are they willing to pay a premium, are they willing to travel a bit? Unfortunately, the news is not that great. They're not willing to travel too much in order to get what they're looking for. Our location is still important, but some personas are. So you could grab from another managed service provider or private rent if you really talk about those amenities. It's not like they're willing to travel zero distance and just you make it better for me here. Will they stay longer? Are they willing to renew? Are they just going to try everything out every 6 months? A third of the market said if you provide that dream experience, those internet, those guarantees, those noise, cleanliness, A third is saying we're very willing to sign longer term contracts with you. I know these things are really important to the sector. Like, we don't want to be living month to month. We want our investors want to know how much of the book is stable, how much of the book is, ready to move tomorrow. Like, having long-term leases or rental agreements, however legal they are, like, are they willing or not? And somewhat willing as well. So they don't want to move, basically. They're not looking to try a new pizza restaurant like they do, move their houses. They are looking for a good experience. They're unhappy or unsatisfied with where they're at. If they do find the perfect match, they're willing to stay. That's really good news. They're willing to pay some level of premium. Hopefully today we went through a lot. It's very exciting space for us, and it is getting very interesting in where do we invest the next dollar in order to attract a segment. How big is that segment? But it is a very exciting sector because as some of the data, and we do invest in these market reports because we also want to learn and help our customers, not just what's happening in their patch, but what is happening in the broader market. So thank you for making the time this morning and coming in on a rainy day.